The red kit advantage? Myth or science? Football's color secret? Welcome to FactSpark, where we ignite your curiosity and uncover the fascinating truths behind everyday mysteries. Have you ever watched a football match and noticed how many legendary teams, from the Titans of Liverpool and Manchester United to the Giants of Bayern Munich, proudly wear red? Is it just a coincidence, a bold fashion statement? Or could there be a hidden red advantage that actually helps them dominate on the pitch? For decades, this intriguing idea has captivated sports fans and scientists alike, that the simple color of a team's kit might genuinely influence their performance. Today, we're diving headfirst into the electrifying world where color psychology clashes with athletic competition, focusing specifically on that fiery hue, red. Get ready to unravel a captivating blend of psychology, biology, history, and cutting-edge sports science, as we reveal the surprising truth behind football's most vibrant enigma. The very notion of a red advantage is deeply woven into how humans perceive and react to color. Red isn't just any shade. It's a primal signal carrying powerful, often subconscious, associations. Think about it. Red is universally linked with power, aggression, dominance, and even danger. This isn't merely a cultural construct. It has roots deep in our evolutionary past. In the animal kingdom, red frequently screams threat or dominance, suggesting an innate predisposition in humans to connect red with these formidable traits. So, how does this translate onto the hallowed turf? Players donning red might genuinely feel a surge of confidence, a heightened drive, and a more aggressive edge, boosting their self-belief. Conversely, opponents facing a sea of red might unconsciously perceive them as more dominant or threatening, potentially leading to hesitation or errors. And here's a fascinating twist. Early studies even hinted that referees might unconsciously be swayed by the color red, potentially leading to more favorable calls for the red-clad teams. Beyond the psychological battlefield, some research even suggested physiological links, like an increased heart rate and greater strength before a contest. While these specific physiological findings have seen conflicting results, the initial red advantage theory exploded into the spotlight thanks to compelling early studies. For instance, groundbreaking research in 2005 found that athletes randomly assigned red outfits in combat sports won a higher proportion of fights, especially in those nail-biting, closely matched contests. And in the world of football, an analysis of Euro 2004 revealed that teams in red achieved significantly better results. A sweeping long-term analysis of the English Football League even showed that red teams consistently boasted the best home record over an astonishing 55-year period. These theoretical discussions about the power of red truly come alive when we look at the legendary histories of iconic football teams. Consider Liverpool FC. On November 25, 1964, the visionary manager Bill Shankly made a revolutionary decision to switch the team to an all-red kit from head to toe. This wasn't a whim. It was a deliberate, strategic masterstroke, fueled by his profound belief in the psychological power of color. Shankly was convinced that red signified danger and power, and his clear intention was for his players to appear awesome and terrifying to their opponents. A famous anecdote perfectly captures this. Shankly reportedly threw a pair of red shorts to defender Ronnie Yates, exclaiming, "Christ, Ronnie, you look awesome, terrifying. You look 7 feet tall." The immediate impact was nothing short of dramatic. Liverpool won their debut game in the all-red kit 3-0 against Anderlecht. Shankly famously recalled that night, "Christ, the players looked like giants. And we played like giants." This all-red kit swiftly became a powerful symbol of strength, pride, and an insatiable desire for an edge, laying the foundations for decades of unparalleled success and cementing their identity as the Reds. But Liverpool isn't alone. Manchester United, founded as Newton Heath in 1878, adopted their famous red shirts in 1902 and became known globally as the Red Devils, their identity inextricably linked with immense success. Bayern Munich, affectionately known as Die Roten, the Reds, stands as Germany's most dominant club, with red consistently being their predominant color. Even the English national team famously lifted the 1966 World Cup trophy while wearing red. These powerful stories illustrate how red has become an integral part of their brand identity and enduring legacy. However, while initial studies and historical correlations painted a compelling picture, the scientific landscape is far from settled. More recent and rigorous research has introduced significant nuances, and in some cases directly challenged the earlier claims. It's crucial to acknowledge that while those early studies were captivating, subsequent research has yielded inconsistent results, with some still supporting the advantage, while others find no significant effect at all. Athletic performance is an incredibly complex phenomenon, influenced by a myriad of factors including inherent skill, rigorous training, effective team strategy, individual psychology, coaching, and even unpredictable elements like sheer luck. The impact of a single variable like kit color, while intriguing, might simply not be strong or consistent enough to override these dominant factors in every scenario. Perhaps the most significant challenge to the blanket red advantage comes from newer comprehensive studies, particularly in combat sports. A recent study analyzing over 6,500 outcomes across Olympic Games and World Boxing Championships found that the red advantage, which was indeed present before 2005, had largely disappeared by 2020. Why the shift? Researchers proposed several key reasons. Increased implementation of technology in scoring systems, which reduces subjective referee bias. The clarification and refinement of rules, leaving less room for interpretation. And a fascinating meta effect. The very act of the original 2005 research highlighting the red advantage may have made athletes, coaches, and officials aware of the phenomenon, subtly influencing outcomes and leading to a more level playing field. Another intriguing nuance is the type of motor skill involved. Red, often associated with high arousal, might indeed be more advantageous for simple, gross motor tasks requiring bursts of power or aggression, like a powerful tackle or a sprint. However, for complex, fine motor tasks requiring precision, control, or strategic thinking, such as a delicate through ball or a goalkeeper's precise distribution, lower arousal might actually be more advantageous. This suggests that the red advantage might not be a blanket benefit across all aspects of football, but rather a trade-off or specific to certain types of play. Plus, some research suggests that the psychological effect of a color might diminish with prolonged exposure as the human brain adapts to the stimulus. The study of color in sports extends far beyond the specific case of red, highlighting the broader complexity of athletic performance. Blue, for instance, is frequently used as a counterpoint to red in competitive contexts. It's often associated with peace, quiet, calmness, and lower arousal. Research suggests that blue might be advantageous for tasks requiring precision, calmness, or complex fine motor skills, contrasting with red's potential effects on gross motor skills. This demonstrates that color psychology in sports isn't solely about the impact of red, but encompasses a spectrum of effects depending on the hue. Ultimately, while the psychology of color is a fascinating area of study, it is just one small piece of a much larger and intricate puzzle that determines sporting outcomes. Factors such as inherent skill, rigorous training, effective teamwork, strategic coaching, and individual athlete psychology are far more dominant and influential in determining success. So, what's the final verdict on the red advantage? The journey into understanding this phenomenon reveals a fascinating evolution. What began as strong claims and compelling historical correlations has transitioned into a more nuanced, complex, and debated modern scientific view. While recent extensive research indicates that the direct statistical advantage of wearing red may have faded in some contexts, particularly in combat sports due to technological advancements and rule changes, the cultural significance, deep-seated tradition, and powerful psychological impact of red kits remain incredibly potent. Even if the direct, measurable scientific advantage of wearing red has become less clear or has diminished in certain competitive scenarios, the popular belief in red's power persists. This highlights the powerful role of tradition, narrative, and psychological conditioning in sports culture, even when direct empirical support wanes. The enduring presence of the Reds or Red Devils nicknames and the legendary stories like Bill Shankly's visionary belief in the all-red kit demonstrate that the influence of color extends beyond mere statistics. It is about identity, history, the profound emotional connection fans and players have with their colors, and the powerful narratives built around them. The enduring allure of football lies in this unique blend of cutting-edge science, rich history, and raw human passion, where even the seemingly simple element of color plays a subtle, yet significant role in shaping the sport's identity. What do you think? Does red make a difference on the pitch? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe to FactSpark for more fascinating insights, and share this video with a fellow football fan. Thanks for watching.